Hi, my name is Heather Clarke, and I am the Executive Director of the Idaho State Civic Symphony in Pocatello, Idaho, and I just want to give my recommendation for the League of American Orchestras OSR survey and strongly encourage those in Group 7-8 to complete this survey. For us in Pocatello, Idaho, we are a smaller orchestra, but we rely heavily on information that comes from the field. For instance, many of us are one-person shops that rely on information that we get from our peers around the country, and the OSR is a really great place in order to collect that information and be able to compare it against what we're doing versus what others are doing around the country. It also gives us great information on data as far as fundraising. Are we being heavily focused on grants and sponsors and ignoring our individual donors, or other places of the country ramping up their individual donors but perhaps relying less on sponsorships? I'm also very pleased with the work the League has done in simplifying the OSR. It really does take a minimal amount of time than what it used to do in years past. For us in these smaller orchestras, we don't have the large rental agreements, we aren't doing recording or touring, and so a lot of those questions you would just scan through, and now we literally are just answering some of the questions that directly relate to the day-to-day business that some of these smaller orchestras are most concerned about. I am very pleased with what the OSR has done for us over the last 10 years. I use it as a measuring gauge for what we're doing versus the rest of the country, and I think all of us have that obligation in order to help improve and move this work forward throughout the country through the League's efforts on the OSR. For us in smaller orchestras, I think the contribution that we can provide to the League to help with this data collection allows the League to work on a larger scale on our behalf by providing that data that can be used for their grant writing, for additional funding, and in the end, providing and helping orchestras across the country in the work that we're doing locally, they can do on a much bigger scale. So here's my thumbs up that everyone should be working and putting towards that OSR. Thank you.